Now, the having clause in SQL Server, it's used in combination with the group by. So we just explained the group by, but it's used to filter out groups based on the aggregate condition. So you filter out data based on a certain conditions. So the where clause is used to filter rows before they are grouped, so that you know the distinction or the difference between the two. So the having clause is applied after grouping has occurred, allowing you to specify the condition on the ground or on the grouped rows, such as maybe aggregate functions like count or average or sum, etc. So just imagine that maybe you're organizing a sports day and you have grouped the participants by their teams to count how many medals each team won. Now, if you want to find only those teams that have won more than 10 medals, then you actually go through your group list and then only highlight the teams exceeding that medal count. So here, grouping participants by their teams is like group by, and filtering out teams with more than 10 medals, applying having clause. Okay, now let's take the example also on our employees table. So we've inserted more data or more records in our employees tables so that we can actually see uh, the examples. Now I'm going to add a new query here, and so let's say we want to see departments that has more than 5 employees. We want to list the departments that have more than 5 employees. So we will actually select a department and then count a employee ID as number of employees, number of employees, and then from the employees table, from the employees, and then we're going to group by department. Okay, just want to fix the spelling there, department, and then now we're going to say having a count employee ID which is less than 5. So this query, it returns the group of employees by their department, counts the number of employees in each department, and then it includes only those departments where count is greater than 5. So let's see if then there is no one greater than 3. Let's see. Then there is IT department that has 4 employees. Okay, if we change that to 3, remember we don't have a lot of records, so we highly unlikely to find a department that has more than 5. All right, so another example, let's say we want to check the average salary above a certain threshold. All right, just to find the departments where the average salary is above, let's say 50,000. So we can do the same thing. We can say select department and average salary as a average salary from employees, and then we group by department, department then having average salary that is greater than 50,000. Then we can actually see HR, and then we can see the average salary of HR and IT. So in this example, we've grouped by department, and then we calculated the average salary for each department. And then the having clause then filters those groups to include only those with the average salary that is greater than 50,000. All right, let's do one more example. Supposingly, if you're interested in department with the total salary expense that is exceeding 300,000, maybe you're looking to cut the expense. So we can achieve the same thing by I'm just gonna copy one of these. I can just copy this, copy, and I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. And let's just comment this one out. So here we're looking to actually sum, and then as total salary, or less as expense, or total expense, total expense. From employees grouped by department having some salary that must be more than 300,000. 300,000. Okay. So if we execute, then you can see that there is no one. Let's reduce to 70,000. Then we can see the total expense that are more than 70,000. Maybe our threshold is 70,000. So basically this query just returns up the salaries within each department, and it uses the having clause to only return those departments where the total expense is more than 70,000. So this is just the examples just to demonstrate how the having clause is used to filter out groups created by the group by based on the aggregate conditions. And this capability is especially useful in reporting and analysis purposes, where you need to identify groups that meet certain criteria based on the aggregate or aggregated data.